like, she's not really a bad dog. Like, her temperament is not like, I just like, well, I want to cause mischief. You know, like, we get some German Shepherds and some Belgians who their thing, like, you look at their eyes and you're like, you are up to no good. So she's not like that. Her impulse control is just like naturally was not great. So we had to work with that with her. Here is her collar.
Yeah.
I noticed that it breaks off kind of easily. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay. I would recommend if you have something a little more secure just for like the first week, because like with me, she'll never pull. Like, she doesn't pull me at all. But like with you, when she's back home and she's testing a little bit, she might. And because that collar is like really sensitive, I'm worried that she would feel like how loose it is and then try to like test you and like push a little hard, and then all of a sudden you're chasing a golden doodle in the park.
I gave it to Gemma. The day she picked it up, she never worn it, so I knew it was gonna be.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, like I mean, you're not keeping that, you know, that's my collar. It like fits every dog. If I could, trust me, if I could give my gear to everybody and just have unlimited gear, I would. But saying as my e-collar is like $200 and my leash is, who knows? I prefer not to give them away. Yeah.
They're gonna show me how to.
Yep. So we're gonna go over. Basically, I'm gonna get you to learn how to do the ant marker, which is our just when we're reinforcing something. So like she'll probably honestly in the house get up at some point. The good thing about the drop-offs is now that I've been doing them for a while, I kind of know like in a house, she's excited. It's a little bit of a new environment. She'll probably try to break the sit a couple times. And so that's, while not like ideal for a long-term situation, it will kick back in really quick if you're strict with it. And for this scenario, it's perfect because I can teach you how to correct it.
Okay.
Because, you know, I think people don't realize part of dog training is just like learning how to be a trainer. Like, obviously you may not have the 4 weeks to teach her all the stuff, but like, you know, going on like the music stuff, right? I had like I played by ear when I was younger, but I had somebody teach me to read music when I was about like 14, 15 years old, and we would have like 4-hour like lessons. It was pretty intense. If I just like stopped reading music for a long time and I had nobody challenging me or anything, like it would start to get rusty. I'd start reading slower. I might start being like, let me like see what note that is, because when you learn how to do something, you can forget it. You know, you use it, or was it or I'm forgetting it now, but it's basically if you don't use it, you lose it. There we go. I kept saying you use it, you lose it. That's not how that works at all. So that is the big thing, is like we teach people how to be competent handlers. That way they can also communicate with their dog. And if you're clear about everything, your dog enjoys life a lot more. I don't know about you, but if people tried to tell me what to do my whole life and I didn't even know what they wanted, I would probably be like, just freaking out all day. So got my phone charging right now. Let's go inside. We'll I'll show you how to
tell her to come.
So in this case, a recall, I'll show you kind of what that is. If she'll like unfixate off you for a second. Luna, come. Luna, hey. Luna, hey. There we go. Come. All right. So ordinarily, right, she kind of like got a little sidetracked. That is what that is. She walks up to me and then she sits down, and when we're done, okay, she can go back and run off. What you were trying to do, which again we can go over a little more, is a redirect command. It's the let's go, which I think we talked a little bit about that last session.
My ADHD, so I forgot.
So for her, like, it's this kind of thing. Let's go. Oh, good girl. Like just that kind of thing where it's kind of like just move in my direction. Okay. So you might wonder like how much application is there for that in real life. Quite a bit, actually. Anytime your dog's pretty much like fixated on something, store, park, fixated on a person, fixated on a dog, going up to a dog after you kind of like started moving past it, you say let's go and the dog's going to get right back on track. Okay. So it is actually a very useful application. I find some commands, while nice, don't get used as much in real life. Let's go was not one of those.
Okay.
Like, to me, the most essential commands, and I realize I just opened your door. I don't.
We need to.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice and cozy in here. I like it.
Yeah. And see why she's not allowed on my couches?
All right. Yeah, I could see now. All right. So actually, I'm gonna just take her leash off here. All right.
Yeah.
Let me.
I've been lazy. I've been working nonstop. So
I'm gonna set that there. I'm not going to, I say that because when I first became a dog trainer, I had an e-collar. It was really cool. It actually had like a stretchy band on it. So I could like hook it up to my pants and then like stretch it up here and mess with it. And then it would like go back down. And it was really convenient. And I have ADHD. And like I said, at the time was unmedicated. And I left it in a client's car and never got it back ever again.
Yeah, no.
So can I leave that?
Yes.
Oh, and
Yeah. I'll remind you.
did somebody send you a link for that leash, or did you find that one yourself?
No,
Because I know we.
say Gemma.
Okay.
Everything that I bought is what it was.
Okay. I didn't know, just because like I'm not like with the communication. I know we send everybody the link to the e-collars, but I was like, because we use those leashes, so I was like,
toy and the cup.
Yeah.
And you see that I just realized that I haven't. Okay.
All right. So. It's time to learn. No, actually, you learned. It's time to demonstrate. So first of all, why don't you start like just unboxing the e-collar? We'll go over kind of how to use it. Really, Luna's not. I'm not. She's not gonna have to do a ton for this session. This is mostly gonna be a teaching you how to do stuff, and Luna just calming down a little bit. That way we can show off a little bit of stuff. She seems really happy to be home. Actually, look at her. Yeah, it's a nice spot over here. You got like a nice like big area, and actually when I was driving by, I was like. I didn't know like which house it was, and I was like, oh, they're all like, because I saw the gate, and I was like, does Batman live here? Like, and I was like, oh, it's like a thing with like 3 houses. Okay.
It's a new construction basically, so that's why. So, you tell me.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go over what each of these does, and honestly, you're not gonna need everything in here, like that rubber band, but. I mean, you know, the charger, self-explanatory, right? You just like, so for this piece right here, ooh, this is a newer model. Mine's a little older.
Okay.
So you pop this piece out, and that's the charging port there for that one. And then for the controller bit here, which I'm jealous that you get it in purple, because obviously I like purple. Yeah, I know. Maybe I need to get a purple one and start matching it, yeah. And this one, there's a flap back here. My hands are still a little weak, but there we go. Okay. So we're gonna go over how it works. I don't know if this is charged or not. So first, it's all good. It is all good. Let's get this on a charger. At least that way I'll know if we. Even if you can't use the e-collar right this second, at least you'll know, like, if I can run you through how to use it, then, like, that's a big step. Because, I'll be honest, if I wasn't a dog trainer and somebody handed me a purple controller that I could zap my dog with, I might not want to use it unless I knew how in detail. So, where's the outlet I can pop this in? Oh, cool. I've noticed that's like because, I mean, I grew up in kind of an old house. So I've noticed that a lot of these like newer places, that's like the new design is to have a counter and then an outlet there. It's really convenient.
And on the other end, you have like for USB and everything.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Nah, man, we grew up broke. Me and my sister shared a room till I was like probably.
Don't worry, me too.
Yeah.
I've been here for a few months. And
you know what though? I think
about 30 years.
Yeah. No, I think there's some good parts to growing up that way, because I think you can be very content anywhere you are. Like you don't need like all this space to be happy. You're just like, as long as I have me, and then like you know, little hobbies you have.
After I got this, I was like, literally, you're paying for a full house and you only use half of it.
Yeah.
Because this is my area. I never go to the office, room, nothing. And
do you work from home or just offices there? Just just because.
I wanted, you see, saying work in progress, because I wanted like a wellness / writing, reading corner, and workout. Yeah. I like to work out. But yeah, it's still on the works.
At this point, I'm not working out. Probably should get back to it. The meds that I'm on are making me lose weight faster than I can put it on. So
what I'm doing, I told my psychiatrist,
start building muscle.
I told my endocrinologist, because I have pancreas issues.
I'm sorry.
What they thank you. What they recommended was to use creatine.
Okay.
So I got this gum.
That stuff's powerful. I've never taken it, but I heard
it helps. Even though you're losing weight, you're keeping your muscle.
I did hear that
as I get older.
Yeah, you want to keep muscle, and I've heard with the creatine that it's great, but if you end up like, taking it in, that you need to make sure that you burn your energy, because if you don't exercise with it, you'll kind of screw yourself up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So
that's why instead of 4 gummies, I only do 2.
Of course. Safe measures, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Will this turn on? All right. I think it's kind of low battery, but we can go over how it works. So this is the self-destruct. No, this. No. So this right here.
Like Inspector Gadget.
Of course. If you hit this button, your whole house will blow up. Boom. No.
10 seconds.
And if you hit this button, your dog will blow up. No. So the black button is like you're pretty much. I don't really think you're.
That's for my boyfriend.
Of course. Yes, that's. This one's for the dog, this one's for the house, and this is for the boyfriend. And if you're tired of all 3, you just spin it. No, they'll all go away at once. So the black button's really the only one you're going to be using.
Okay.
The red one, truthfully, is more for the training environment. I would say certain dogs do use the red. I'll go over how it works. That way, if you feel that you do need to use it, you'll know what it does. So black one is just, this is how you set the level. So the level, let's see, we have a micro educator here. So yeah, it goes up to 100. There are some e-collars that go up to like 125, 130.
Okay.
This one is actually pretty much like mine. The voltage is like slightly less powerful. So Luna sits on like, depending on the day, funny enough, anywhere from like a 25 to like a 50. She's very dynamic, depending, because her brain, just like naturally, when she gets really excited, she's really good at like getting distracted and not registering it. So I have to turn it up a little bit and be like, hey, chill out.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what happened today is that
she gets distracted even with the squirrels or the birds.
Yeah. So with this, I would say a safe starting point for Luna anytime you take her out is just like leave it on a 30.
Okay.
I don't think that you have grand ambitions to take her on a tour of the world in New York City and there and back and make her walk and not break once. So, I mean, if you're in like a really high distraction environment, we have some videos coming out. You'll see what some examples of those are, like busy stores. We went to a park today that had like tons of people. Lake Benson Park? Yeah, like that place can get pretty busy.
Okay.
Places like that just the dog is like there's so many stuff going on. But as far as like your average, like everyday, like walking around the house, taking a walk around the neighborhood, dog park, that kind of stuff, probably just leave it on like 30. So the black button, whatever button is there, that will be 30 out of 100 stimulation on the black. The red button, now I'm trying to remember the e-collars, depending on, like, sometimes they're set differently. Like, I'm trying to remember what mine is set to. I'm going to say, to be safe, I think stock, this button, when you hit it, will take whatever number is here, and I think it adds like 10 to 15. It's basically like for Luna, what that would be for her, like most of the behaviors that she displays are behaviors that like, they tend to be like, to fix those behaviors. Let's say I'm out in public and she's like running around, I'm like, let's go. I'm going to reinforce that. So the black button's always going to be there. If she's doing some kind of behavior, which she thankfully doesn't do, that's like a stop it, like jumping on a baby, like stuff like behavior that you're like, this is not okay, or like biting. She's not a biter, but that kind of stuff, that would be like, that's not an that's a nope, because we talked about the versus nope. I think of nope being red.
Nope, red. Okay.
But like honestly, I really think the majority of the time you'll be using the black button. And then there's this button here that has the T on it, and the T, it makes it like buzz. It doesn't do any stimulation.
Oh, okay.
Now I know what you're thinking. Maybe I'll use that button instead of the stimulation and everything will go well. Wrong. Actually, people will sometimes do this button, the vibrate the collar only. What that does, and I was actually, we have a new guy that's coming to start train with us, and so he was shadowing me today, and I was talking about things that we do in our training and like things that can slow stuff down or just overall just like honestly like mess everything up. If you only use this button, so let's say Luna's like sitting and then you walked away and she gets up and you move her back into place and you walk away and she's like acting a fool and she's like, she's acting crazy and everything, and she's just not listening, and then you hit this button to correct her, to be like sit, and you hit that button, you're like you hit the beep. what will happen, and she gave me a look when I went, I'm sorry, I didn't want to scare you. We're still friends, right? Okay. This button, when you hit it, when Luna eventually realizes, every time she uses that marker, all I get is a beep. Like, it doesn't hurt. Like, I don't care.
And she's smart.
She's smart. So eventually, you're going to do it, and you're going to go, and she's going to be like...
Like a teenager.
She just won't care. Like, it. So I've had that happen. There was, I remember there was a client who was really like... It's funny. She signed the paper saying she would use an e-collar, but then was very against any of the stimulation. So she was like, I'm having troubles. And I was like, well, what's wrong? And this dog's like jumping at people, and she's like, stop. And she's hitting the tase button, and she's hitting the vibrate button. I'm like, well, I'll tell you why, because your dog doesn't respect you. Yeah. And I always have to deliver that the right way. So I looked at her, and I was like, well, the dog knows I'm a little more.
That's our brain.
Yeah.
Our brain is sane, but we have to.
Yeah. So, I try not to, like, I was just kindly, I told her, like, look, the reason that your dog's listening to me is because she knows I'm not playing around, and she knows you're a little, you're a little, you like her, you're a little sensitive to her. She knows how she can bank on you. And she was like, yeah, I get it. And overall, it was good. And she had the dog like doing all the commands. I went out there a couple times. She was just very hesitant to use the e-collar.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
All right. So I ramble on a lot, so forgive me. All right. So
I understand you.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Okay, good. So then you do actually have to manually turn this on and off. I really like the design of this new one. I actually haven't seen the new mini educators.
And that goes.
Yeah, so I'll show you how to put it on. Don't worry.
Okay.
I got you. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
I'm rambling now.
I got you. Yeah. No. You're good. You're good. No, I told one of my friends the other day. I very much, funny enough, enjoy listening. Like, I really enjoy it when people start rambling. So you're not gonna bother me. So obviously you charge both of them separately. They're both synced to each other, and in fact, they are so synced to each other that you could not sync this remote to a different one. So
okay.
Don't lose it,
Yeah.
But these two red buttons here, the way you turn it on, and let me unplug this just so you can kind of see what it's supposed to turn green, like that.
Okay.
You tap the red piece here again, and it's red and it's off.
Okay.
And that's just important because, like, if you forget to do that after like a walk, or for Luna, like, you should be leaving the e-collar on her most of the day, not while she's sleeping.
Okay.
Not in the car.
Okay, I leave the house around 1:15, and I'm not back until 10:30.
Okay.
Should I leave her without the e-collar in her gated area?
If you're not gonna be here, I wouldn't recommend it.
Without it?
I would recommend if she's in a gated area.
Here, let me.
Yeah, why don't you show me? That way we're like, very, very clear.
I need to clear it out, but this is her area. It's just that all them pillows belong in mine.
Of course. Your house is way cleaner than mine. I'm not gonna judge you. No, like that.
So that's she's always here.
Okay.
I was telling my brother, she no longer fits here, so I'm gonna take this out later when
Yeah.
I leave. So,
But this is like her look. Yeah, so if you leave her here, honestly, I think all you're gonna do is no reason to leave the e-collar on. The only thing I will say about that with the e-collar is that don't come home and wait for her to act up and then be like, oh, e-collar is going on. Because a dog, what we call becoming collar aware, right? So dogs are smart. They're not as smart as us, but they're still pretty smart. Luna like can freeze up, I will say, but she's not.
She's doing?
Yeah, she's not dumb. She does have this tendency where you'll be like, if you go at her too fast, she's like, and you're like Luna, and she's like, she'll just like freeze up. But she is smart, so she'll know if every time you get annoyed at her and you put the collar on, then all of a sudden the stimulation happens, and then you take it off and you start, it doesn't happen. She's gonna learn, oh, I only have to listen to you when the collar is on. And that is not what you paid for, and that is not what you want. And I don't want that to happen, but that's one of those things that, I can tell you not to do it, and I can be like, this is really bad, but at the end of the day, it is up to each person when we train their dogs, it's up to them to make sure that e-collar goes on, and that it's not, that they don't become aware. And once they become collar aware, you can undo it, but it's a lot of work. Let's see, Christian did the consult with you, right? Yeah, I've worked with Christian where he did work on a dog that was collar aware and kind of undo it, but undoing a association that's already built up in not even dogs, but just in general, people, dogs, animals, whatever. Unassociating something is way trickier than if you just never build the association in the first place. You know what I'm
saying? Can I have a parenthesis? That's amazing.
Thank you. I'm recording, so you'll be sure that that's going to go on the internet.
The fact that she's just laying there.
Yeah, I'm glad. That I'll be honest, every time I drop off a dog, even though I know the dog looks good, I'm always a little nervous. Just because sometimes people, it doesn't matter what you do, they're going to be unhappy. And so I'm always a little like, I really hope that like they don't look at the dog and like there's some people that like I'll tell them like, hey, you know, let the dog settle in first. Mm-hmm. And like
I actually had this conversation with my daughter-in-law and my family, because those are my parents. My brother, he lives in Florida. He's just on for a few days here. And I told them, don't expect her to be like a robot. She's gonna have days and she's still learning. Process. My
first client that I ever had doing dog training, I shadowed Christian for several months and trained around like 40 to 50 dogs. It was a lot of dogs. And I finally got my first client, and it was a really easy dog. I mean, he was really simple. He just had like a lot of energy, but he was like this 8-month-old yellow lab. Like you could just see like in his eyes, he was just like, I gotta go. Like everything about him was just like, like you tell him sit and he'd be like walking in place. It was adorable. And I took him home. All right, back then we were doing the drop-offs at the park, and the dude immediately was like, well, why is he not like all he wanted was this, like he wanted this energetic, youthful dog to just follow him all day, not act up. And then like I think the dog had been home for 4 hours. And he was like, I have to sell the dog. And I was like, I told you it takes a week.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he had problems with us and tried to do all kinds of, like he had like a lip and everything and still never smoothed it out. It really disappointed me because it was a really good, like it was one of those dogs I was like, this is a really nice dog that you have. He's got a lot of energy and a lot of personality. You just got to like give him a little bit of time to just like chill out.
That's exactly what I told my family yesterday. She has a strong personality. She loves to play. She gets distracted. So
these dogs,
only 10 months.
These dogs, golden doodles, retrievers, German shepherds, Belgian Malinois, like all those like really popular dogs, they're popular. I mean, they're popular for a reason. They have big personalities.
Yes.
They're like, you know, like Luna is she her own person. Yeah.
Down, Luna.
So that right there. It's okay.
I need to go with you 4 weeks.
Yes. No, we're gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna train you. I know.
I'm gonna leave Luna here. I'm gonna go with you.
Luna's gonna be like, "Where's my mom?" And I'll be like, she's staying in the kennel for 4 weeks." I'm gonna come out there everywhere. Good morning. So that's how you turn it on. Even though it's not really charged, in a second here, I'm gonna go over how to like just put it on her. So Doodles. Oops. Doodles notoriously have a lot of fur, and I don't think I have to tell you that.
She has a grooming session.
Yes, I'm sure. Like I don't need to remind you of that. But not only do they have a lot, because sometimes the volume is not the problem. Like going back to like we were just talking about German shepherds, they have a double coat, but putting an e-collar on them because their fur is very like Doodle's fur, it's very coarse and it's very thick. And shepherds don't have hair like this. So most dogs don't, I mean, right? Like poodles and doodles. It's a very like signature look. So with her, I swear you're going to think you're choking her out. I promise. Like I'm not out here choking out dogs, but you really have to get it on pretty firmly for a doodle. Okay. Because the way that the e-collar works is that it's these two metal ends, right? And then it makes contact, hit the button, the dog goes, oh, and then like, you know, end of story. But if there's a bunch of fur and everything, like let's say this is the contact point and this is the fur, if it only makes it like past here, it's never actually touching and it won't work. So what you're kind of going to do is, Luna, come here, get off the table. You know better than that. So the way you kind of want to get that is it needs to be like up on the neck at some point. I mean, there's not like a perfect spot. Luna, can you come here? I know you're really excited to see Mom, but I just need you to come over to me just for a second. Thank you. There we go. So you kind of want to put it like I always put it past the collar. Another thing, do you have a side that you typically walk Luna on? Like, if not...
I think it's left, but I always get confused.
Okay, I walk all my dogs on the left too, so I recommend that just because like I train them that way.
Because I'm right-handed, so it's easier for me to.
So here's a little trick that actually when I first started training, I only learned this trick maybe like 5 months ago. So it's kind of a new trick. If whatever side you walk your dog on, don't put the e-collar on that side. And the reason for that is that if they're on this side and you e-collar, it actually pushes them that way. Whereas if you walk your dog on the left, put the e-collar on the right side of their neck, it'll actually push them into you.
Okay.
So with putting this on here, you kind of want to You
want to take her ear out?
What ear? Oh, it's her ear. Oh my gosh, Luna, I am so sorry. Yeah, we can't have your ear stuck. But
okay.
I'm trying to put it on, but I'm also trying to not touch your mom's legs. So come on now.
Come on. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. So. You just kind of get it, like you want to get some pretty good tension. Don't if you're literally muscling it, that's a problem. But where it's really nice and firm. So, and I'm not gonna loop it over and everything, but that's where
it would be
okay. Yeah, so if you can fit 2 fingers, it's too loose. And if you find that you're hitting the e-collar and there's just you test it and you're it's on, it's not working, and she's just not listening. It's not on tight enough. It's kind of a general
I think that's what happened the other day.
Yeah. So
when I went to see her.
Yeah, when we did that session at the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened that day is Claudia is actually a very new trainer with us. She's been with the company for a while, but now she's stepping into the actual role of training. Okay. And she's more, she always has trained dogs because her husband is Christian, and Christian's been in love with dogs since he was 4 years old, and he watched all the TV shows and has just been training dogs his whole life. And she, they grew up together, so they both have that interest.
Okay.
She does more of the social pressure stuff where it's you step in and the dog kind of listens. She doesn't have a ton of experience with the e-collar. Okay. So I think when she was putting it on, she just put on a little loose. So that is what happened that day.
But it was a good thing because that might happen to me, and I'm gonna be wondering why I'm doing wrong, and now I know.
So because that is dead, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run out to my car and get my e-collar that is charged up.
Perfect.
And I'll just have you. Hi. I can't have you. I know we're close, but you do live here again, buddy. All right. I don't think Okay. I'm just making sure that I didn't leave the collar there. Luna.
You can go outside if you want.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you wanted to or not. We're not going back in my car again. All right, let's see. Oh. Hey, Luna, where did I put your ego? Oh, there it is. All right, Luna, let's go. Where are you going? She's just always happy 24/7 too. She just runs around. She's And I see we're already back to you can see your floor has already been doodle-fied again. It's already, they just slobber water everywhere. Yes. All right, so you can see mine's a little older. It's kind of the older design. So you have all right, so mine's, did the same principle. So actually my e-collar right now, puts it to about 30. All right, come here.